Hello, friends. It's Amber Smalley. I am the Elementary Science and Social Studies resource teacher most of the time, but for a very short time, I will be your elementary reading supervisor. This video is going to talk to you about some of the updates we have had in the last week, and this is today's date so that now that we have videos floating out and about out there, you can see the most recent one. I'm going to talk to you about all the new information later in the video, but let me run through all the stuff I've talked to you about before right quick. All I'm going to do is tell you that we have put out one of these videos before, and it came in a email that looks like this on January 4th, and it came with a newsletter that went over all the updates we had at that time, and that video is in it. So let me tell you what was in that video in case you need to go back and look at it. So in that video, we had we talked about class schedule changes. We talked about the framework, where the new one is, and that it has the time breakdown for all the days. Um, we talked about the instructional planning guides for third quarter are posted. The fourth quarter guides will be posted by January 21st. For Sunday system, we will not use it in whole group or tier 1 instruction anymore. We will use Wonders for that. Sunday system will only be used for intervention times. There will be 3 CFAs each quarter. You can use the Wonders weekly assessments and unit assessments to develop CFAs. And I told you in that video how you can use these 2 documents to help you out in creating those. If you do choose to not use one of the weekly assessments to create a CFA, you can use that weekly assessment as a regular classroom grade, and if you do, it is a minor grade. Kindergarten, we talked about these pages, these progress monitoring pages. We're encouraging you to use them, but you do not have to use them. If you do use them, they're a minor grade. We talked about how this lesson plan page that's in your teacher's edition, you can use it as your lesson plans. And there's a digital version online too that you can use. Now, you are responsible for the core instruction for reading and the core instruction for language arts. You are not going to teach writing process through Wonders. You're going to use traits writing instead. We will, and I said this in the other video too, we will send out a survey toward the end of third quarter so that we can get your feedback about how all of this is going, so that if we need to tweak some stuff, we can do that. All right, so here's the new information. EQTs. Now, we did already tell you that the first Wonders benchmark assessment will serve as the EQT for quarter 3, and the second one will serve as the EQT for quarter 4. These benchmark assessments will be modified. We're taking the writing and grammar questions off, and I went through every single one of those benchmark assessments for quarter 3, and I have made sure that the students have had instruction in all of the questions that are on the test. We took writing and grammar off so that it would be a true reading test. And then let me tell you what I found, because I wanted to make sure that these benchmark assessments were fair for quarter 3. When I correlated the questions and the question addressed to our pacing guides, 80% of the questions have standards that are taught during third quarter or more. Some of the tests have 99% of the questions are taught during third quarter. Any questions that are left were addressed during quarter 2 or quarter 1. So your students have had instruction in all of the standards that is going to appear on your quarter 3 test, I promise. Now, Wonders codes. We have had questions about Wonders codes more than we've had questions about anything else. The real codes, the ones that you will get that will be your own username and password, they are still not ready yet, and we are very sorry about that. Y'all, we have been working on that constantly, and it's still not ready. We are doing the best we can. As soon as they are ready, we're going to send them to you. We're not going to wait. As soon as they're ready, we will send them, I promise. I'm sorry that it's taking so long, but we will get them to you as soon as they're ready. So I say that because EQTs, since the benchmark assessment will be modified, I talked to Wonders Tech Support, and they said that they that I will have the capability of modifying the digital assessment and then sending it to you so that the computer will still score everything for you on the benchmark assessment that we as Mobile County put out. And the computer will also generate data for you. Now, if you're not going to give it on the computer, if you want to do paper based, we originally told you that we were going to send you a class set per grade level per school and just let you share. We're not going to do that anymore. What we're going to do when I get to a place where I've got all of them ready, I will upload them to WebCRD, and then you will be able to order what you need. And if you would follow our instructions, the copies will be free. Now, don't miss this. The tests are not in WebCRD yet. So don't try to order anything. And if you call Print Shop, they don't have it yet because I have not given it to them. I'm not finished modifying the benchmark test. As soon as I have those uploaded, we will get a set of instructions on how you can obtain those. Just wait till we send those instructions before you try to order them. Okay, major grades. You will take 6 major grades each quarter. And we originally told you that you would do a writing project for one of your reading grades. Well, we looked through the traits writing project, and we found that if you give that to a student as a reading grade, it's not really going to be fair because of how long it takes to complete those writing projects. You'd have to be fair to the student, you'd have to tell the student at the beginning of the project what reading standard they were going to be assessed in for that writing project. Well, it might take 6 weeks for you to finish the writing project. And so you wouldn't be assessing on a current reading standard, you'd be assessing on an old reading standard. So we're just going to do away with that writing project. Do not worry about it anymore. Your 6 major grades now are your CFA 1, 2, and 3, and 3 of them are teacher's choice. You still have to take 3 minor grades, and you can still, you're still going to do the writing project for language arts, and you can still get grades in handwriting, writing, and language arts, just not in reading because it just doesn't make sense. EQTs, they are exam grades only, just like they've always been. They are not going to count in the major grades category. For grades K-3, they'll be 10% of the grade. For 4th and 5th, it will be 20% of the grade. Kindergarten, oh kindergarten, I'm so sorry. When I was going through benchmark assessments, I discovered that you guys have a lot of holes in your curriculum. Now, I've talked to a lot of the teachers that have come to training too, and here's what I have found. There's 2 kinds of kindergarten teachers. There's teacher 1 who, when letters or sounds came up in Let's Play Learn, you just went on ahead and taught the letter and the sound that it makes. If you did that, that's fine. That's great, actually. If you already taught your babies the sounds and the letters, the sounds that the letters make, rather, you're going to go ahead and teach Unit 4, Week 2 as planned next week. Now, Teacher 2, if you followed Let's Play Learn just the way it was laid out, you did not explicitly teach what letters make what sounds yet, then your students are missing the letter sound associations for M, short A, S, P, T, short I, N, and C. Now, those letter sound combinations would have been taught during Wonders Units 1 through 3. Well, we didn't do Wonders, we did Let's Play Learn. So here's what we're going to ask you to do. Next week, the week of January 16th, you will teach Unit 2, Week 3, because it summarizes Units 1 and 2. This will be totally appropriate if you've been doing Let's Play Learn because you've taught them the letters, you've taught them about sounds. You just need to teach them which letters make which sounds. All kindergarten teachers, you will teach Unit 4, Week 3, which was the original plan, on the week of January 23rd. And for the ones who are like Teacher 1, who've already taught the sounds and letters, it'll be a review for you. Teacher 2, it will summarize units 3 and 4 for you. So by this week, everybody will be caught up. And I'm very sorry that we did not catch that sooner. Now, if you're a teacher 2, if you're one of them who has not taught those letter sound associations yet, since you will teach Unit 2, Week 3 instead of Unit 4, Week 2, your RL standards are going to be different. So you need to accommodate for that with CFAs. So here are 3 choices for how you can accommodate in your CFAs. You can either teach only the phonics part of Unit 2, Week 3, and then teach the reading lessons, the ones that are for RL, in Unit 4, Week 2. You can do that next week if you'd like. Or you can teach everything from Unit 2, Week 3, but incorporate this skill, RLK4, ask and answer questions about unknown words and text, into that lesson. Or if you haven't made your CFA yet, you can teach everything from Unit 2, Week 3, and then reflect those standards in your CFA. However you want to accommodate is up to you. I'm sorry, I know there's no perfect solution, but we're trying, guys, I promise. There's my email address. Y'all feel free to email me anytime. There will be more updates to come, and I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful school year. Thank you for all you do.